That's right. The real price of our mobile phone genocide of millions of people in Central Africa. The UK government spends 16 million a month at the moment sponsoring World War to kill people and rape women, selling mine people across against the minerals for our laptops, against the minerals for our mobile phones, against the minerals for our batteries and our iPhone buys, against the minerals for our Sony laptops, for our iPhone, for our iBooks, and we say the real price of mobile phone is genocide in Congo. Real price of mobile phone?
Genocide in Congo.
Real price of mobile phone?
Genocide in Congo.
Real price of laptops?
Genocide in Congo.
Real price of laptops?
Genocide in Congo.
The real price of iPhone?
Genocide in Congo.
The real price of an iPhone?
Genocide in Congo.
That's right. The real price of our communication today has become the genocide of millions of people across Africa.
Africa is not for sale.
That's right.
Africa is not for sale.
Africa is not for sale.
Africa been looted.
Africa's been looted.
Africa been plundered.
Africa been plundered.
Africa been pillaged.
Africa been pillaged.
Pillaged by imperialism.
Pillaged by imperialism.
We call for the defeat of neocolonialism.
Yes, we gotta defeat neocolonialism. And for those of you who don't know what neocolonialism is, it's just colonialism with a black face on it. It is what we're seeing today with Barack Obama. It is what we're seeing today with so-called corrupt elected leaders of the African continent. Those people are currently using our tax money to sending 60 million of it right now in Central Africa to pay for soldiers to kill and rape women in Africa, to pay for soldiers to control mines in the Congo, to pay for soldiers to rape women and children and to get a piece of rock that will be arming or making our mobile phone work. And we say enough is enough. It's all corruption. They call it aid, but it's not aid. Aid is supposed to help. Aid is supposed to bring progress. If your aid is bringing destruction, then it is called corruption. So we say stop the aid, it is corruption. And UK aid is corruption. UK aid is corruption. UK aid is corruption. Stop the aid, it's corruption. Stop the aid, it's corruption. UK aid is corruption. UK aid is corruption. Stop the aid, it's corruption. UK aid is corruption. Greece need aid. Why do they give it to them? They need a bailout. We don't need no aid. Africa never asked for no aid. What we need is for you to pay for the trade. No? Why don't they give it to Greece? How can they explain that they're cutting down jobs right here? Right here in the UK, they're cutting down jobs on the public sector. They're cutting down jobs on the police. They're cutting down jobs for the civil servant. They say, we got no money. So are you sending 60 million of that money to Africa? That makes no sense. Do they think we're stupid? Do they think we're dumb? I mean, how can you be paying to help people in Africa when you can't pay to help people in the UK? That makes no sense. David Cameron is a criminal. David Cameron is a liar. David Cameron is spending our tax money to invest into private companies that are killing people in Africa for the name of oil, for the name of gold, for the name of minerals, for our iPhones and our mobile phones. That is not aid. They call it aid, but it is corruption. The real price of iPhone is genocide in Congo. The real price of iPhone,
Genocide in Africa.
the real price in iPhone is genocide in Africa. Real price of iPhone, genocide in Africa. The real price of our laptop,
Genocide in Africa.
the real price of our laptops,
Genocide in Africa.
the real price of our mobile phones,
Genocide in Africa.
the real price of our Blackberries.
Genocide in Africa.
That's right. The real price of our communication has become a genocide in Africa. But it's not just Africa, it is global. Today they kill people in Africa, but we know that people are currently committing suicide in China. People are committing suicide in India, in those factories where they're making them work like slaves. And we say, we have enough. Enough is enough. Okay? The real price of our iPhone is genocide around the world. The real price of our iPhone is slavery around the world. And those people gotta stop. We're here to talk about 6 million people, 6 million people killed that you never heard of. That's the deadliest war since World War II. and our government is the biggest sponsor of that war.
Yes.
Our tax money is funding that war. They're cutting down our jobs are here to fund war on the African continent. They're cutting down our tax money here, and they're never going to tell you about that on TV because they don't want you to know what they're doing with that money. They say it's development aid. How can you explain that you're here to develop a country and for the last 60 years that country has been decaying? That means that you're doing something wrong. That means that you need to stop what you're doing and review it. So we ask them today, stop the aid. We want them to stop the aid because it's not aid, it is destruction, it is not aid, it is corruption.
5 minutes, just save the batteries. Not anything.
They want to talk about